welcome back everybody to Let's Play some Dragon Quest IX. Now, I was planning on showing this off this episode anyway, but since people have asked, these are my equipment that I changed last episode. I didn't show it in the episode itself, mainly because if you actually look closely, my equipment is actually evolving over the course of the episode, because basically what I was doing is, because I hate staring at the equipment screen for too long, because I'll just get bored, so like every couple minutes, I would check my inventory and equip 2 or 3 more pieces of equipment, and then go a couple minutes, and then put 2 or 3 more pieces on. But anyway, we're back in the old swine dipples at night here. I thought I'd save you some time by taking a while to backtrack here. Yeah, and you're kind of dead, but I don't want. What student wants homework? Unless it's, you know, actually something fun, which is almost rare. Would you stop calling me that? It sounds like you're insulting me. So we're gonna accept this quest. We need to buy some poison needles, but I know where we can buy them. The monster, I need evacu dummy. I'm gonna use an evacu bell for once, just because. A little variety. It's not like we're using it for anything else. But anyway, the monster can be found in high-level volcano grottos, which is obviously one of the ones I hacked into the game. And poison needles can be bought here, where strangely the shops are open in the middle of the night. I really do appreciate that. Why? I don't know. I actually work third shift, and I am astounded by the amount of people who come in the middle of the night to buy pure crap. Granted, most of them are like druggies. Now, I'm just only going to quick put them because Jake and his current vocation cannot equip them. I'm not going to equip them just yet. I'm going to wait until I actually encounter them, because I'm not taking my darn falcon blades off. But yeah, a lot of the ones in my area, because where I work, it's not the worst area, but it's not the best, and there's a lot of like people who do coke and smoke pot. Where is my volcano grotto? Alright, apparently it's this one. I actually didn't write down on my list which grotto was which, and since it doesn't have in part of the name what, because obviously if it's like marsh or glacier, you know those are ice and, well, water and ice, respectively. It's over by here. Yeah, I kind of wish I wrote that down. I thought it had a defining feature in the name, but apparently it doesn't. But anyway, a lot of people, customers I get are like all potheads and cokeheads and things like that. So they're not causing any trouble or anything, but, except be slightly obnoxious. But they come in the middle of the night to buy munchies. Now, I previously worked at a store that, it's around here somewhere. Oh, it's further down. That did have the pharmacy, because I work at a pharmacy retail chain, open 24 hours, so people were coming in to buy medicine, and that's fine. If you have a sick child at night, go ahead and come in and buy medicine. I don't. Where the heck is this stupid thing? I think it's somewhere over here. There it is. Yeah, as you can see, volcano grottos are a bit kind of creepy and cool looking at the same time. But yeah, it's like, what? It's like because I work overnight, I'm up in the middle of the night, and I just wonder, like, occasionally I will go to my store in the middle of the night if I need caffeine because I'm working on something to kind of help make myself a little bit, but other than that, I do not venture out of the house before 7 o'clock in the morning. Even though I'm up in the middle of the night most of the time, even when my night's off, I'm like, what possesses you to go out this late? I don't understand it. But anyway, we need to find the Master Lucifer, so I'm gonna cut back in once I actually find the dude, and we'll do the quest and stuff. And there's also one of the slimes in here. I think there's one of the slimes in here I need to kill for the quest. I shall find out, but I'll see you soon. Alrighty, everybody. These are the Master Lucifers right here. And, of course, I get a Hell's Gatekeeper on top of that. Now, I realized I made an error, and yeah, no, I mistook the sword icon for the gladiator and not the warrior, which it actually is. And of course, gladiators cannot equip knives. So I had to change myself to a warrior. I'm not stupid enough to change all my characters to a warrior because that would be suicide. Now, I'm just going to kill one of these guys just right off the bat, just so you can approximately see what they do and everything like that, because we have to get them down to 1 HP, and then slaughter them with the poison needle. Now, I actually already did this fight, and as luck would have it, without even trying, I did manage to get the guy, by complete coincidence, down to 1 HP. The only problem was, I didn't equip the poison needle. So I had to go all the way back and do that. Yeah, it was a total accident that I totally got the guy down to 1 HP. Like, I was making save states in between. I'm like, okay, so, you know, when I would get close, I would save state and then, you know, modify my attacks to get him down just a little bit more, and then as luck would have it, I'm like, oh my god, he's down to 1 HP, and then I'm like, and then I punched him, and I'm like, crap, I don't have the damn poison needle equipped. So I had to go back and do that. Thankfully, you know, when I have to prep for stuff like this, I save state periodically, just in case stuff like that happens. So, when I take on the next one, I am going to do that, you know, whole off-screening, whittling his HP down to 1, so I can save state in between and things like that. So this doesn't take me nearly as long in real time, so I'm just doing this battle to show you guys what they are and what they do and everything like that. And it may be a little bit difficult for me, mainly because if he hits my character and hits it hard, it's like instant death because I have like no HP because I'm only level 46. So yeah, I'll see you when I have one of those guys down to 1 HP, and then we'll slaughter him with our poison needle. Alrighty, finally, after much patience, I finally have this guy down to 1 HP. I really wish I hadn't screwed up the first time and forgotten to equip the needle, because I got him within about 15 HP, and since everybody but my character does more damage than one, I've had to wait this out 15 turns in order to do this. Dang. There we go, oh yeah. So it actually might be a good idea to have a weak character, but you might need to protect him with, like, say, like Whipping Boy or something, or have... Good idea to have a priest or a sage to revive people, because when they raise their tension to like 50, which they can do in a single turn, yeah, right now for that can do like 800 points damage, and that's instant death for everybody. Now, these are the guys that actually... I need to change my vocation back, actually. But since I already ran into this guy, albeit unintentionally, these are actually the guys that can drop the Beast Claws as their rare drop. And they're the only character in the game that does that, but since you can... Ah, that's gonna suck! Luckily I save stated right before I got that thing, so I can just fix that. But yeah, these are the only guys in the game that actually drop the Beast Claws, unless you farm them from a B-rank grotto chest, so... Yeah. But I am not going to bother. Because obviously I already have that. But I'm going to actually defeat the boss in here because I will need this grotto for later. And then I'll get out of here. And then I shall meet you guys back. Oh, that is ballsy. Then I'll meet you back in the old school swine depot so we can finish off this quest. Hello, lady. I've done your impossibly annoying task. What can I do for you now? What are you going to give me? Yeah, all that for a knife, which I already have. I think it's a B. It's either a B or an A rank. I think it's a B rank item out of grotto chest, which I already did. I already farmed that a long time ago. But we're done with her, thank goodness. I don't think we ever have to come here again. So let us get out of here! Alright, so now we need to board our starflight and... Actually, no, we don't want to do that yet. Well, actually, technically we can. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to go around slaughtering the 8 slime creatures that we were given the quest to do. Obviously, it's going to be heavily edited because some of the monsters are stuck in grottos and whatnot. First on our list is the Metal Slime Knight. And I get a bunch of them, which appear in the Heights of Loneliness. But they're going to be incredibly easy to slaughter because, well, they're weak monsters. I haven't seen these guys in a long, long time. So which one is it? Is it the knight or the slime? Or is it both? Haha. Here are our metal medleys. Another one on our list over here. Whoop, nope, I want to metal slash these guys. You can find me there in the Bad Cave or up on Slime Hill. I'm just in the Bad Cave because I know I can get these guys to spawn here. But Slime Hill's a bit random. Please don't miss. There we go. The first time he actually landed a critical, but the stupid thing actually dodged it. And then I couldn't get the third metal slash in before he ran away. But luckily I had just randomly save stated just off screen. He doesn't even have a tail. He doesn't even have any legs for that matter. Actually, like, none of the slimes do, but that's alright. Oh, our good old friends, Mr. Liquid Metal Slimes. I didn't even have to try to grind for this. I just walked right to the corner to do our usual line, and one was just sitting right there. It was fantastic. I love it when good stuff like that happens. Hooray! I'm glad I defeated him and he didn't run away. How do your bubbles float there, good sir? Actually, I'm not even gonna ask that. I'm asking too many random questions today. This is just weird. Well, I'm always asking random questions, so this should be par for the course for everybody by now. Here we have the Jamborees, the guys who make the most delicious cookies on the planet. I don't know how, because, well, there's no ovens in here, and, they kind of don't have any arms, but hey, it's a fantasy world. I'm willing to have some benefit of the doubt, and I have to. Apparently, they're also very good at dodging spears. You know, I think a sword on slimes would be just as about effective as nailing Jello to a tree, but that's just me. Oh no, we pissed off Mr. Troll. We ate all the cookies. Sorry. We can't give them back to you. They're unfortunately not magic figs that you can randomly poop out via osmosis. So, yeah, you're just gonna have to wait until the next batch. Thanks for the cookies. They were delicious. We actually fed them to the king in disguise as, you know, a common criminal, but that's okay. We run Aaron a fantastic award for that. Okay, they were biscuits, but who's gonna argue, okay? Here's one of our slime monsters you guys know all too well. Yep. It's our good friends, the King Metal Slimes, and I've, like, slaughtered enough of these in my time. Hopefully I can actually kill one for this quest before, you know, they actually run away, but... That's alright. I know where they spawn, so eventually I'll get one. There we go. Yeah, we completed that quest. Well, that portion of the quest, rather. Now we just gotta wait till we kill the other one to have him walk away in shame. And I totally meant to Thunder Thrust there, but since he didn't run away, the Metal Slashes will kill him anyway. Or I can just do that. Alright, here is our Prime Slime right over here. So we attack him right in the butt. Yeah, too bad you're not really gonna make use of that. Ha 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 ha! That was great. That was awesome. You're dead, sir. Oh, I was not expecting that. Yeah, you better hang your head in shame after that. Alright, it's our old friend who we've never seen yet before, the Lionheart, who bears obviously a very striking resemblance to the Prime Slime, being the same exact palette swap. But that is a-okay. Love that badass mustache she's got there. I like how they actually show the animation of him actually blocking and or dodging with the swords, and that's actually pretty cool. Yes, you have. Now run away, my friend. Join your lovely slime crew. You can have a meeting about this shame you've been experiencing. And at last, finally, are the Platinum King Jewels. You guys have no idea how much hell I went through to find one of these things. I started out in my my level 99 Ice Grotto, which we will be using for the next quest we're going to do, because they spawn there, but I could not get them to show up. Like, I waited around for like an hour, I walked around, and then I looked and found out I had another map that spawned them. Which obviously is this one right here. This is the Kawasaki Locker map, actually. And Platinum King Jewels, obviously, just regular metal enemies. They give the most experience in the game, however, they're probably the rarest. And the glitch that causes the, like the King Metal Slimes and like the Liquid Metal Slime only floors in the grottos, you can't get a Platinum King Jewel only map. Oh, Platinum Ore, I will take that. Well, only floor, rather. The best you can do is a floor that will make them slightly more common because it will kick out the cyber spiders, but I do not know any of the names of those maps that exist, and since the spawn rate is still pretty low, yeah, you don't want to do that. The Metal King Slimes are still better. But anyway, I have to get out of here first, because I'm actually going to take on the boss to clear this so I can get the map for previous. But yeah, but before I do that, this is the Kawasaki Locker map right here. Show you which one it is. It's this one right here. And there's a bunch of A rank and S rank chests in here, and I totally ran into this monster. Oh good, you didn't notice my presence. Good, that means I can totally kick your butt. Oh, that was nice. But I need to show you what I got. Surprisingly, these guys don't have a lot of HP. It's the Void Droids and the AU-1000s that are a pain in the butt because they have high defense. The AU-1000s are the ones that drop the heavy hatchet. And you might see them when I get out of here, but they're the gold guys. Let me see if I can get one. Those are the cyber spiders right there. I can kind of avoid you. Thank you. Yeah, these are the AU-1000s right here. But anyway, I did do some sort of farming and sort of not in the chests in here. A lot of the chests, yeah, see, they get nasty Anyway, a lot of the chests in this grotto, this specific one, are right near the stairs. So they're like right along the way and everything like that, and they can be very easily farmed through the chest timer, which also not only works from a quick save, but the entrance from a stairway, no less. And because of that nature, admittedly, the first one I actually did farm in my Ice Garden map. And the other two I got in here completely on accident. And I'll actually take care of that right now. Now I want to change your vocation. I'll show you in a second why and what I'm doing. No, I don't want to do you. I need to do Jake. Because we're actually going to use some skill points. I was going to do this later, but since it's already on my mind at the moment, I might as well just do this right now. Yeah. Because I'm going to use some of my skill points. Oh, I have just barely enough. We're going to make him an omnivocational sword master. As it slowly tinkers up. And as we wait through for it and require all the skills. See, now he's got Falcon Slash. But he's not going to get a Falcon Blade. Oh no. Now, I'm still going to keep, like, the spear on standby. Simply because, yes, I do want to cancel that. I'm hitting the B button, not the A button. For running into any metal slime peoples. Oh, Riddell. Oh, she's been a pain in the butt lately. And we need to change you back to a sage. No. That. Forgive me, this is actually like the third session of this episode because, well, between recording and off-screen not recording, specifically looking for the PKJs, this episode has been in progress for close to 4 hours. Yeah. But anyway, now that we have him, and I'm like surrounded everywhere, and I'm a vocational sword master, this is the item I ended up picking up, once by farming and the second 2 times by accident. The Stardust Sword. What this baby does is it has a chance to sap your enemies once you strike it with them. That is a passive effect, simple how, you know, the Miracle Sword and the Falcon Blade have their ability smashed to it. And if you do use Falcon Slash with this thing, and hopefully I can get it off, you can actually lower their defense 2 levels in a single turn. It's not going to happen very often. It's only like a 10% chance or something of the effect occurring. But you can get it to go double and lower his defense, monster's defense 2 levels in one shot. Like I said, it's pretty rare, but it's still pretty awesome. And I don't know the recipe for it, but you can actually forge this into the Hypernova Sword, which is basically the same sword, only with a better attack. Alright, so now that I've done all that hullabaloo, I am going to get the heck out of here. And I will meet you where we begin this quest, at the slime in the well in Age of Falls. Hello, Mr. Slime. You're gonna have to wait a second, because I'm gonna get a very cheap item out of this chest. Yes, I did. And one of them was a huge pain in the butt. Well, he cares about cookies! He makes good cookies! No, he was just a jerk-off and didn't want anything to do with me. Yeah, you tell them who's boss. And I already had a metal slime sword, but that's okay. Of all the quests I've done in this LP, that one takes the cake. I think that might actually even outdo the boomerang one. Maybe. I don't remember how long it did that. It's been a trend lately in this LP that I'll run into some awful luck, and then immediately after I'll run into some really, really good luck. Like, well, I got the 2 Stardust swords that I didn't even try to get, and then I found the heavy hatchet, without much of a problem. And I got the beast claw. Actually, did I farm for the heavy hatchet? I think I might have, but I didn't have trouble farming for it. But, like the beast claws, I totally got just by coincidence. And I believe it's this guy we need to talk to. I know the one in the back we've already taken care of. Nope, this is the wrong one. This is one we're gonna do later. 50-50 chance. No, I'm not gonna do this one right now. Yeah, your jokes aren't funny. You're dead. What do you care about underwear? Sir, you do not have... Never mind. I was gonna make a fart joke there, and I'm not gonna do it. Sure! Now, the Blight Knights can be found in high-level, ice grottos, of which I already have, and I've already completed one, and I know these guys spawn with regularity, so I'm not gonna have any trouble finding one of these things like I did for the stupid Platinum King jewels. Oh my god, I hated that! Now, it's sort of a coincidence and sort of not that all the maps I've been doing lately are in the same area, because when searching for them, I was like I said before, I was just searching for random grottos that fit the criteria I needed without caring about their layout or their chests or whatever, and I made sure they were in a location which I recognized. Well, this happens to be one of the few locations I very easily recognized, and it was sort of coincidence that the first maps I found that fit all my criteria happened to be in this area. But that's not a bad thing, because I always know where to go. That's why I needed a map that was in a recognizable area, so I wouldn't have to, like, search for it. No, I don't want to... No. Forgot this map is already going to be open because I finished it. So anyway, the Blight Knights don't appear till later on, down toward the bottom, so I shall see you there once I've gotten down that far. Alright, here are Blight Knights. Actually took several minutes to find one of these suckers. But anyway, we need to actually murder him with the hammer skill, Heartbreaker. As you can see, my character already has a hammer equipped. I have the Megaton hammer on, which we forged a little while back. Just gonna have these two... Oh, of course he blocks it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have these two attack. Oh, you're a jerk-ass. Just to get his attack down, well, not his attack, his HP down enough that it's only going to take me like 1 hit, maybe 2, now that obviously he... Nope, skill! Almost forgot about that. Now I just gotta find it because I've never actually used it. Well, that's not gonna do me any good. Oh, this is gonna be a weak skill, so I may have to wait this out a minute. Oh, did more than I thought. Okay. This shouldn't take too long. Ow! Yeah, he hits for critical sometimes. There we go. This hammer is freaking huge. Wow. Now, I don't know if this is 100% drop or not. I actually didn't even think about drop percentages until just this moment, because I didn't really remember that it was indeed a drop and not just slaughter the enemy, I'm incapable of lying, tell the people I did it. So that's good for me. Okay, where was that started? Oh, by the guy in the cave. Okay. Actually, do I have any... Yes, I do. Okay. Might as well farm some fresh water. Cat, move your leg out of underneath me. And we'll go back to the cave and talk to Mr. Skeleton again. My cat is being a pain in the but the past 24 hours she has been the most obnoxious cat. She has been grounded, which I do by trapping her into my room. Even though, if she really wants to, she can escape, but she's been grounded 3 times in the past 24 hours. I maybe have to ground her once a week, if that's it. And I know it's kind of weird that, you know, say I'm grounding my cat, but yeah, she gets trapped in the bedroom, so she'll shut up. I don't know what she wants. She has plenty of toys, she just got fed, I don't know what her problem is. But anyway, enough talking about the cat. Let's go in here. What's up, dude? I got you your bone chimer, now you can make some music. Stop saying that, you're making me want to make it fart jokes here. And we get a rusty suit of armor for that. That is going to be important in about 3-4 minutes. Because now we are going to finish a quest we have started a long time ago. And the reason I didn't finish this quest is because this kid wants an Age of Evolution, which, as stated many times earlier, is a pain in the butt to make. So I've held off the entire time. Where is he? Unless it's a little girl. And I was going to finish it a couple episodes ago until I realized what the prize actually was. Or is he by the inn? He's in there somewhere. In which case I decided to hold it off for just a little while because of the significance of it. Okay, my bad. He's actually in Zir Rocks. That was my bad. Sorry about that. I know I saw Zir in the location list, so I wasn't entirely wrong. And for all intents and purposes, this is the same damn town. So, all right. Hey, Rocky. Oh yeah, I forgot we need to resurrect an enchanted stone, but we have plenty of those anyway. But it was the Jade of Evolution we were waiting for. Yeah, that took a lot to make that, you jerk off. You better give me something good. And we get a rusty shield for that. Okay, now let me skip the dialogue. Alright, now we're gonna fly to Brigadoon for the final quest we're going to do in this episode that has been taking forever to record. I deeply apologize if this is going to be a longer episode on the longer side. Not sure how long it's going to be. We're probably looking at close to 40 minutes by this point. Yeah, you guys don't need to know that detail. I was just going to talk about how I've edited part of this already at the time of this recording. Because this is all taking place over the course of a day and a half. But it's not going to really make any sense in context. He's like somewhere over here. Or actually, no, he's in the castle, I think. Oh, spawn stuff. Mud! Let's get rid of this thing. Yeah, I jumped the gun. He's in the castle. I need to walk around all the way over there. I know he's on the eastern half of it. And I just couldn't remember until now if he was on the outside or the inside, and it's on the inside. Hey, what's up? What's going on? I knew I had to talk to a ghost. It may not actually have to be nightfall. It wasn't until after I waited for nightfall to realize, oh yeah, we have to talk to the grave for this. But it is a ghost, so Now pay careful attention to what he's telling us. Okay, sure. So we're gonna get a pair of rusty gauntlets. And he's actually gonna get... Did he give us the recipes? Or do I have to talk to him again? Now, of course, we just got the rusty shield. And the rusty armor. The rusty sword is actually in the realm of the mighty. We got... There we go. But basically, he's telling us how to make them. I don't know if they appear in the recipe... No. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the button again. I was wondering, I'm like, why won't it let me hit the X button? But anyway, I don't know if he gives you the actual recipe, but he does tell you exactly how to make them. Yes, shut up so I can fly out of here. Thank you. Sorry, the game sticks a little bit there. But anyway, rusty sword, like I said, can be found in the realm of the mighty. We got that a long, long time ago when we did the final dungeon. And I believe I mentioned way back then, but like over a year ago by now, that you will need it for later. And the rusty helmet is actually what you get for turning in 62, I think, mini medals. We got that like 2 or 3 episodes ago. So we have all 5 pieces of rusty equipment. We need to alchemize them. Now I have all the ingredients we need to do this. I'm gonna see if it's actually in here. And it's not. Nope, you have to figure this out for yourself. Although, like I said, he does tell you what you need to make them, but just not how much. So we need to try our luck here. And I forgot you can't organize in this mode. Oof. Basically, we're looking for the rusty sword right here. Okay, we need to throw a rusty sword in. A lump of orichalcum. Just one. And the final ingredient is glass frits, which we need 9 of per piece of equipment. As you can see, I have all 45 I need. I'm actually farming them bit by bit from their spawn points throughout the entire game. Well, when available anyway. There's a spot just southwest of Gleba, and there's another spot way down in the southwestern corner of the Upover continent. So there's our sword. Doesn't matter, obviously, which order you put the ingredients in. I wish it wouldn't start this over every single time. There another orichalcum, which I've been slowly acquiring throughout the game. Well, more recently than anything else. And let's throw in the rusty shield next. But yeah, when I saw the stupid kid in Xerox, when I saw that you get a rusty piece of equipment for it, I'm like, you know what? Since this is one of the later quests I'm going to do, I'm like, well, and like at the point I actually had the Jade of Evolutions, I decided just, I'm like, I'm just going to hold off to do that, so you guys were, you know, had a good memory of where it was we acquired some of the stuff. Nine more chunks of glass fruit. You can also steal these things from the Cyclones, right outside of Alterade's Abbey as well. I had to farm the last 3 or 4 off of them, actually. Because I couldn't get, obviously, the other stuff to spawn. But that's a-okay. Not that it takes long to farm crappy drops by stealing or by killing them off of weak enemies, so... Alright, now we gotta do the gauntlets. Which are actually given to you by the guy who gives you the quest. Now I need to throw 8 more in there. Actually, no. Take that ingredient out. Okay. Now throw all 9 into it. You can probably hear me smacking my controller. And where is my orichalcum right over here. Yes, I am ready to let you throw those in and polish those up real good and nice. Hooray! And the last piece is the armor, which we also just got. I remember when I did this actually on my cartridge, when I kept running out of glass frits and I kept having to go to farm, you know, from the spawn points and the monsters. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, when am I gonna be done this stupid quest? Because I think what I was doing is I was alchemizing them one by one. I'm like, okay, what do I need for... Alright, now alchemize one. What do I need for the next one? And then I'm like, oh my god, I need 9 more glass frits. I'm like, are you kidding me? Alright. So I'm going to exit out of here. And we have to actually put the stuff on. But since I don't want to make you suffer any at this episode any longer, I'm just going to meet you all the way over there. Alright, I'm all dressed up. I'm going to just show you guys real quick. Don't I look so pretty? Oddly enough, and I'm not the only person who have noticed this either, the hero spear, which is not part of this equipment set, actually does fit with the theme here. And I don't know if that's intentional or not, but... And I'm actually going to keep this equipment on, well, with the exception of the sword. Obviously I'm going to replace it with my falcon blade, because this is actually better than the stuff I just had on. Oh, hi! How you doing? Oh, that's sweet. Can I have some money for it? There we go! I knew we got recipes from this quest somehow. Yeah. Those are actually like high-level weapon forging recipes and whatnot and stuff. I could have sworn he gave you the ones for, well, maybe it's because like I said, I misremembered, but he does actually have to tell you how to alchemize the rusty equipment, although not the exact ingredients for it. But I knew we got recipes from that quest somehow. And I believe that's all the recipes in the game you can actually get. I think everything else is, obviously, like, the equipment we just forged just is hinted at, but not explicitly stated, and, like, the stuff, like the cursed equipment and things like that, that you actually have to, guess how many Saint's Ashes and Malicites you need to curse and uncurse them and everything like that. But that is actually going to be it for this insanely long episode. I mean, it's not nearly as long for you as it was for me. This is like going on 5 hours now that this endeavor has taken me. I just want to see if she gets any more accolades to give us. Okay. But anyway, that's 175 quests completed. There are 9 more left. All of them are for the Legacy Boss maps. Yes, people have been asking me that for a long, long time, and I kept trying to figure out where I wanted to fit it in, and nope, we're going to fit it in last. This is actually going to be one of the last things I do in this LP. The other thing is, we're going to do, obviously, the Forging the Alchemiracle equipment. But 9 more quests to go. Might take 2 episodes to fill it all in. I don't know if I need to hack any more grottos into the game. I know some of the ones have criteria that I'm going to need for this quest, but I have not looked at it in detail, so I may or may not have to do another save edit on this thing, but if I do, I will certainly let you guys know. And next time, the adventure continues. Thank you so much for watching, putting up with the bullcrap of this episode, because it was terrible, terrible, terrible for me, and I hope I shall see you next time.